Everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from New Year's Eve, so December 31st, and it's The National Nightmare is Ending, and it is a blessing to us all. So, picture of the soon-to-be former president, who probably doesn't even know where he is at the time of this picture, and thankfully Donald Trump is coming in just a couple of weeks to sort things out. And why will this ad not go away? I'm clicking on it. Anyway, let's go into this. From Victor Davis Hanson, who is definitely someone worth following. And it's in French right away, and I cannot read this because I cannot pronounce French at all, but it's probably just means get the hell out of here or something. Oh, it's probably going to say right here. This is to paraphrase mixed French 18th century memorable quotations. It's after Biden follows not the deluge, but now daring, and still more daring, and always more daring. Okay, so I was wrong, but there you go. At least he explained what it was, and I'm not just like, it's French, and I don't know what that is. So it says, why? A combination of two self-evident truths. Joe Biden's inept administration proved an ungodly disaster, not just for America, but for the West as well, who looked abroad for a stronger America, but found it weaker. And second, Trump Invictus is now liberated. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. What's that from? Let me know, or maybe I'll go look it up after this, but I'm not going to do it right now. It says, he is without worry over another election or a discredited and defanged media, so doves do peck the falcon's piercing talons. Okay, so he's definitely pulling this, and I'm wondering if it's all from the same thing. It says, much less a third Nancy Pelosi contrived impeachment. Instead, he stalks indomitable. After failed deballoting capers, failed lawfare vendettas, and failed assassination attempts. To quote Shakespeare of his recent visit to Notre Dame and the once hostile Euro crowd who now mobbed him, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, and we petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. In sum, our weakest president is to be followed by our most audacious. And it's, what is it? What's the saying? Weak men create hard times? Or like weak, weak scenarios? I'm getting it wrong. I know I am. Weak scenarios create strong men. Well, here we go. This is Biden's bumbling arrogance nearly destroyed the American military in Kabul. It ruined Western deterrence. It showered the creepy Taliban with a multi-billion-dollar windfall arsenal. His lies, his incompetence, and, yes, his narcissism demoralized Americans and our allies, and at least ensured he would never reach 50% approval again. What immediately followed from the Kabul nightmare was as bad or indeed worse. 2 theater-wide wars in Ukraine and the Middle East, appeasement of Iran, hammering of Israel, a non-existent U.S. border, 12 million illegal aliens, the hyperinflation of staples. Like, really? Staples? Really? Okay. It says, not the company, but the actual, staples thing. Anyway, got off topic. This is the weaponization of the executive branch, third world lawfare, looting and shoplifting legitimized, spiking crime contextualized, and printing trillions of debased dollars normalized. Biden sought to turn the once preeminent U.S. military into a cruel cultural woke joke, and I think he's somewhat succeeded in that. It says the train wreck of the last 4 years was force multiplied by Biden's own feebleness, masked by the most scandalous media political conspiracy of suppression of it in U.S. history. But now there is a giddy sense that restoration and normalization are not just possible, but on the horizon. The truth is now set free, and it smothers the old lying denials about the origins of COVID, about the truth, of diversity, equity, inclusion, about the naked greed of the Biden family syndicate, and about the dementia of Joe, about the chauvinism of 3 sexes, and about the joy and momentum of the fracking, gun-toting, McDonald's veteran, and border hawk Kamala Harris. The border hawk that the media says she wasn't when they all said she was beforehand. It says, no one fears or listens to the now defenestrated frauds and tiring dissimulators. The Bidens, Fauci, Mayorkas, Garland, Milley, Austin, Jean-Pierre, Comey, Brennan, Clapper, and McCabe, and their old lies that Hunter is brilliant. For some reason I read that as a period, so it says, in their old lies that Hunter is brilliant, Biden is fit as a field, no gain in function viruses, which is gain of function, right? A bat caused COVID, the border is secure, Chinese army generals are more trustworthy than Trump, the laptop was Russian, Trump is a Putin puppet, and always they're nauseating, I can't recall, I don't remember, I have no recollection, and I am not at liberty to say. It says, our allies are feeling more confident, our enemies scared, as it should be. As the idea of an impending deterrent and reliable Trump administration has terrified Iran and helped collapse Syria. It says, Israelis buoyant, not so Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. Triple H. A wrestling joke there. In anticipation, the dollar reigns, the stock market stays strong. Even Trump's traditional enemies, whether on Wall Street, Silicon Valley, or in the corporate boardrooms, are whispering that they are delighted with their old nemesis' dream of more and cheaper energy, less government regulation and taxation, and confidence again that everything is now possible when a government says an exhilarant yes to dreams rather than a crabby no to them. Suddenly, the woke bullies are on the run. The porous border really can be closed. Illegal alien gangs and criminals will be sent packing. Says the left now invokes No Logan Act. They are instead relieved that the president-elect is now the virtual president and their guy is gone, but also who's kind of running the country because things are still happening and they're saying it's Biden, and it's like, we all know it isn't, so who is it? As Biden yelps now that his sins were not doubling down on them and sinning even more when he had the chance. In other words, the recently impossible is not just possible again, but likely. Each of us, at least for this brief window of opportunity, again feels, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. And that's probably from the same sort of poem that was being quoted at the beginning of the article. So, yeah, there you go. It's a pretty short one here. Again, Victor Davis Hanson's, and I think he's actually a professor at Stanford or something. But very good follow. Definitely knows what he's talking about. I like his the kind of a short, succinct sort of encapsulating all the stuff that happened in the last 4 years. And thankfully, again, Joe Biden is out. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.